What is happening? Hey, what is going on, guys? Hey, first, great from Pakistan. Hello, guys. Hello. Welcome in. Got some time to stream today. Seems like work's kind of on hold for a little bit. So, this is where we're at right now. Hopefully, okay, color's red. We'll keep it red. How you doing, Dark Knight? How you doing? That's my name right there. How is everybody? What's up, all? What's up, Blake? How you doing? Or Black. First time visitor. Well, welcome in. Glad to have you here. I'm just gonna be playing around today. Hope everyone's doing great. Yeah, me too, man. Well, welcome in. Glad to have you. We're just doing some Lady Carnage today. I'm gonna split unmasked. This will be like tentacles. Sick. That's a really hot Carnage. Oh yeah, we're doing some fun stuff today. I figured out a pose yesterday. Last we were doing stuff. We kind of posed. Like, we tried some stuff. Now we're just doing a little bit of, yeah, we're going to be getting some good stuff happening. Good experimenting with Blender since today. It's going to be fun. Oh, heck yeah. That sounds awesome. That sounds awesome. Yeah, today is a little slow for me. Work is, they have me on hold on this project I'm doing. We thought we finished yesterday, but it turns out there might be something else to add. Hey, MJ, thanks so much for the host, man. Appreciate it. Already stuck on the donut tutorial. That donut tutorial is amazing. But yeah, I can definitely understand. Yeah, he goes pretty quick in that tutorial. Oh, you're waiting on a new PC? Nice. I actually just discovered that, let's Dynamesh this real quick. Just discovered, actually, that I'm going to be needing a new tablet soon. Because I'm rocking the XP pen, but my work required me to use Substance Painter. And funny enough, Substance Painter is having driver issues using XP pen. So, I look like I'm going to have to figure out a new solution. This will be a little weird. What PC are you going to be getting? Or are you building it from scratch? Hello! What's going on? Alright, let's get a couple of these in here. Kind of do like a maximum Carnage type thing. At least get some tentacles and stuff happening. Is it possible to print full detailed 3D print files like faces with pores and stuff? It absolutely is. It's just dependent on size. If you go really small, the smaller the print, the harder detail will be captured. But the larger the print, the more detail you can capture. And with resin, you can capture so much detail in such small sizes. But if you want really detailed stuff, you want to go big. I was really surprised to find out that my laptop actually can run Blender smooth and good. Nice. Yeah, that's awesome. Let's see, how do I want to do this? Do something like this. Kind of get these going off of the scapula a little bit. No issues whatsoever. That's awesome. Have you heard of the Framework laptop? It's completely modular and upgradable. They start shipping this summer. I have not. That sounds awesome. My music's just a little loud in my ear. Oh. That's going to be really, really cool. Let me just get like a spiky one. Okay, let's also auto groups. I'm gonna auto group this and I'm gonna turn groups on. So when you turn groups on Dynamesh, if you accidentally get them close together, they won't merge, which would be kind of cool. Just, we don't want them merging. Let's get something like that happening. Let's get some Carnage tentacle action. Zillion, how you doing? Okay. So hopefully Twitch doesn't ban me. This she's not naked. She has a symbiote all over her, right? Okay. So we're still very much in the Valley of the Suck, though. This is not quite as attractive as I want it to be yet, but we'll get there. I think we'll kind of get this mouth pushed in a little bit. Yeah, you can put up to 32 gigs of RAM, which is already awesome for a laptop. 2T SSD, nice. And it has 4 interchangeable ports on the sides for whatever connections you want. Ooh, that's sick. That's really, really cool. It's nice that laptops are becoming a little bit more powerful, because even the last laptop I bought, which is a couple years ago, they're so-so. You can get some stuff done, but you can't get a lot done. So it's nice to see that they're doing a little bit more with it. And it costs less than a MacBook Pro. that's the selling point. Sold. Because yeah, MacBook Pros. Oh my gosh, dude. Okay, so I still have her head in center, but I've already posed her body, so it looks a little weird for right now. So don't mind that. Yeah, I had my laptop for almost 10 years. Def time for change, absolutely. Yeah, with laptops, you definitely have to upgrade every... I feel like laptops, you need to upgrade every, like, 8 years, 5 to 8 years, if you want to stay current. Just because they're not interchangeable usually, but they're going to create one that's going to be super interchangeable. That's going to make life so much easier, especially for artists on the go. Like, I would love to have a laptop or something that, or a portable tablet I can take with me and just sketch wherever the hell I am. That's the downside of being a 3D artist, having time to sketch places. Although I started sketching more 2D stuff again. That was kind of cool. That's how I fell on my Master Sword concept. Adam Savage's Tested just did a video on them a few days ago. Ooh, nice. Dude, that's super exciting. That's really exciting. Well, good promises. I can't wait. It all sounds nice. There aren't any tablets or tablet apps that you can just sketch with. I mean, there are. If I had like I like to work in 3D over 2D. So, I mean, you know, I have like Procreate and stuff for 2D stuff, but I don't have I want to get a tablet that like, or a laptop that like, I can take with me and then just have ZBrush on and then just sketch when I go. Also, I'm still kind of a broke person, so, you know. I have a wish list of things I can't afford yet. Yeah, same. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, I've been on the hunt for a really good mobile solution. Absolutely. Nomad Sculpt is pretty good. And you extra file and bring in the ZBrush. Yeah, I have Nomad Sculpt. The problem is I don't have like a whatchamacallit. I don't have a you know, like an iPad. Oh my god, I can't speak. I also saw something on my phone that distracted me. so yeah. Sketching on my phone's a little funky. I also forget it's there. So that's just me. I'm like, I bought it, it's nice, I love it, and then I forget about it. I just feel like the real estate of my phone is just not there, you know? Okay. Alright, I'll start getting this looking a little bit more Carnage-y. Kind of pulled it all funky. So I'm deciding on whether or not I want to do like a split where, like, I think I want to sculpt another head once I get this one done, and maybe merge, merge in, you know, have like two different heads, maybe like a swappable head. That would be fun. Yeah, I just can't justify getting an iPad for that either, especially versus the cost of a full laptop. Exactly. Yeah, that's always been my problem with iPads. They're super convenient, and I love the practicality of them. But at the end of the day, if I'm gonna drop $1,200, it's gonna have to be worth it, and they're just not worth it to me. Hey, Matt, what's up? Oh, you absolutely have to make a half and half head. Yeah, okay. So I think we'll do... Maybe I'll make two heads. Maybe what I'll want to do is... we'll make this one a full Lady Carnage. And then we'll make a half and half head. It's like a rule. Do I use Blender at all? Typically, no. No. I recommend Blender for people who are starting out, but because my career is mostly full-on sculpting, ZBrush just works better. But I have used it, and I think it's a very great tool. And from time to time, I'll open it up, but I'd rather sculpt in ZBrush personally. Yeah, PCs are better. With Mac, you're paying for the name and the OS. Yeah, I think too Mac has its practicalities. You know, when I was doing retouching work for weddings and the film industry, Mac is everything people used, and it's fine. It works, you know. But yeah, Macs are overly priced for what you get. But don't get me wrong, I can operate, and I do like Mac for what they can bring to the table. Because when I bought a Mac, let's see, when I ran exclusively Mac, my Mac lasted like 10 years, so it definitely paid for itself. I'm gonna start off. Let's see, I'm gonna be starting off, so I'd like to learn through Blender first, and then try to switch to ZBrush. That is actually the best thing. Although, not that I'm not obligated to say it in any way, but Zbrush Core Mini apparently is getting a massive update, and it's completely free. I don't know what it's going to be compared to Blender. I mean, Blender, as far as a free tool goes, is pretty awesome, and you can get a lot done. Blender just has a hard time handling higher vertices and higher details, so, you know, to get really detailed sculpts, you'll probably struggle a little bit. But for just learning, you know, yeah, I would check out, use Blender and then use ZBrush Core Mini. Just see what the update is, see if it works for you. Because if your plan is to switch to ZBrush anyway, but at the end of the day, you know, get what you can afford. But yeah, today at 11 my time, so in an hour and 20 minutes, they're announcing a new ZBrush Core Mini update, which looks really promising. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, ZBrush is the standard. We'll see that M1 chip brings to the table. Yeah, I'm curious too. No money for ZBrush in a PC, so Blender until I got something to roll in. Absolutely, yeah. Well, yeah, like I said, today they're announcing a big thing for ZBrush, so might be worth it. Okay. I'm curious, actually, because I know a lot of people are going to want to use it. Oh, lordy. Okay, I'm going to duplicate this. I kind of messed up and I put the teeth on the wrong side. So I'm going to duplicate that, then I'm just going to mirror and weld it. And delete hidden. I could set that over here. Yeah, the 3D struggle is real. Absolutely. There. I also like having a little bit of asymmetry on the teeth. Okay, let's go ahead and merge down. So I don't know if some of you remember, but I don't know, maybe, I don't know if I actually talked about it. I found out the issues I was having with my Substance Painter and my XP Pen tablet. It seems that Substance Painter doesn't fully support XP Pen, and they haven't for a few years. So if you're running XP Pen and having Substance Painter issues, more than likely it will actually be due to the fact that they don't support it, which is a bummer. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Let's go ahead and grab this tooth and kind of pull that out just a little bit. Okay, let's actually do the correct side. Alright, I'm gonna also turn everything off but the tooth and the jaw just for now. Kinda, yes. I mean, I got some money left, but at the current GPU prices, that won't help me much. Dude, seriously. Yeah, GPU prices, along with manufacturing issues, along with the complete overabundance and need for NFTs. Yeah, it's definitely changed the way the market runs things. Hey, what version of Carnage you looking at for reference? Is it recent Mary Jane version from the King in Black tie and comic, or just the female version? Just the female version of Carnage right now. When I go to make the Mary Jane head, because I'm going to be doing 2 heads. When I go to make the Mary Jane head, I'll actually show you the version of her I like the most. Should be referenced off of this comic cover. So the J. Scott Campbell. I really like the appeal of her here, so I'm going to be pulling from this a lot, I think. But also just kind of having fun with it and just kind of making it my own. I try to, like, when I do mashups like this, or I do massive references, I try to kind of just do my own take on it too, just to bring something a little bit different to the table. Not just not a full rip, you know? How are you doing, Zach? Scale this down. There we go. Also trying to make these teeth pretty gross. But don't worry, the market will regulate it, so yeah, over time. The ripping and the tearing. What's up next, Knox? Oh, I'm doing fantastic, sir. Awesome. That's good to hear. Yeah. All right. Waiting on my logo to get finished to update my Twitch channel. Nice. I still need to, I guess, make an official logo. All right. I guess that's something. All right. Let's go and get this a little smaller, a little more crooked. Am I correct in thinking you have a video for rendering in Zbrush and compositing in Photoshop? I do not have a dedicated video yet for rendering, but you've seen me do it before. Nothing too specific yet. I did just like somebody else's video that they did a really good job on that actually deserves a shout out. It's a great resource channel. Let me pull it up for a second. This new channel I came across called MLW Creative. This dude's really talented. I'm gonna shout out to him. He has a few different videos in there, but for me, no, I haven't created a video in it yet because I don't have a full pipeline between rendering and compositing. I just kind of haphazardly throw things together when I need it. Yeah, he blew up very recently, and well-deserving, too. He's an older gent. It looks like he's been doing this for quite some time. It looks like he's found some free time, if you know what I mean. I feel like I got, like, sunburn or something on my chin. So, yeah, shout out to that guy. If you guys haven't checked him out, definitely do so. Well-deserving. All right, Mirren, well, that as well. There we go. Yeah, that's looking pretty gross. Okay, so we're gonna do we'll call this the top teeth. Yeah, it's weird. It feels like, you know how, like, when you're you know how, like, when your skin starts to peel? That's what it feels like. Or maybe I cut myself shaving, I don't know. But it is oddly specific. Very, very true. Funny enough, his most recent video is Maximum Carnage Sculpt. I did see that. I was really, really happy to see that. Yeah, I just want to make sure I make my Ghostbusters pop. Absolutely. Yeah. I will be creating a video just kind of how, like, to create pretty nice simple but yet good looking renders in ZBrush, because I do that a lot. And I know too, just like the main trick is learning BPR filters. That's where where ZBrush really thrives. And my biggest tip, if you're going to try to get started right away, because I'll be honest, life has been kind of throwing me curveballs lately, so I haven't been able to like really dedicate the time, and I'm trying to like figure out a better workflow to do that. But if we go to the render tab, the main thing I would focus on is really just looking at your light setup, getting a good light setup, and then when you set out your BPR filters, you have stuff like sharpen, blur, Orton even. Those ones are really going to help out a lot, getting you that nice kind of clean look. And then the other thing that a lot of ZBrush to Photoshop artists do is they download a bunch of matte caps over on Pixelogic. They'll download a bunch of that stuff and they'll combine matte caps. So they'll render out like a wax version, a metallic version, a glossy version. They'll even adjust and play with the lights a little bit, where they'll start with like a front light, then maybe kick it to a backlight so that you get that really nice highlight going alongside your creature's face. It's like a lot of little steps. So I'm trying to like, I'll create a video once I have a more straightforward approach. Do I use subdivision in my workflow? Absolutely. Yep. Even though I don't necessarily have to worry about topology per se, I definitely focus on subdivisions. It just holds detail so much better. I recommend everybody using subdivisions. Like, Dynamesh is great. Dynamesh will get you really far. Dynamesh with Sculptress Pro is even better. But I will tell you, you want to make something pop, or you want to be able to push it to like a low resolution, have like a low resolution model that you bake all your maps and stuff to, just work with getting subdivisions. It'll just make everything a little bit cleaner. Especially if you're doing stylized work, subdivisions are your best friend. But for me, I don't use Sculptress Pro with subdivisions unless I absolutely have to make a change on the fly that I don't care about. But typically I won't combine Sculptress Pro with subdivisions. To me, that kind of defeats the purpose, because you'll want a low resolution versus a high resolution. You'll kind of shoot yourself in the foot, I think. But that's just my opinion. Okay. I think that actually might look pretty good. Let's give her a little bit more of a. Kind of go a little bit crazier with her eyes. I feel like a little of the beauty thing about Carnage is that the character is usually a little bit more erratic, so you don't have to be super perfect with it. Let's try that. Yeah, I think that'll work out pretty well. I think that's a pretty decent head to start with. Let's get some eyes in here. Okay, that's right, subdivisions. Scale that down. Let's actually use white for this. Woo. Off to lunch. See you guys in a bit. All right, dude, have fun. Yeah, I'll be here for a little bit. Yeah, I really have nothing going on my plate right now. So, see you when you get back. Enjoy your lunch. I think I might make a red goblin. It's the green goblin who got his hands on the Carnage symbiote. Heck yeah. Oh man, that'll be sick. You should do it. I'm encouraging you, Matt. Heyo, checking out this stream. What's up, Carbon44444? How you doing, buddy? Okay, we're gonna do that. We're gonna bend the this way. To be honest, that's just flat. Indeed. It's the only way it knows how to roll. Anybody who's willing. Alright, let's kind of smooth that out a little bit. Kind of push that in. Just there we go. Come here for a second. We can actually, I want to make that just a little bit more of a pointier tip. Kind of wrap that around, and then we'll fill that cavity like such. There we go. There we go. Mirror and weld that. I'm gonna push this in. I'm actually gonna turn on backface. So that way I don't keep pulling unnecessarily on the backside. Chillin', doing the Zbrush BPR render tutorial by MLW Creative. We were just talking about that. Yeah. That dude is blowing up so fast. And good for him. Seriously. That's freaking amazing. It's intense too. It's like 46 minutes or something like that, isn't it? There we go. Okay. Bring this up a little bit. Yeah, about 46. Yeah, I was I kind of peeked in there a little bit. It's a really good tutorial. What do I want to do? There we go. Okay, I actually want to give this like some little bit of no, not that one. Let's actually switch to basic material. Let's load. I have some materials I want to actually focus on. I like the Zbrush eye reflection. It's kind of a cool material. We use the paintbrush. Turn material on, go to color, fill that bad boy, and then go back to skin shade. There you go. Yeah, that gives you a kind of a cool little effect. There we go. I just got a post message that said that Funko was looking for a high senior toy sculptor in their home office in Everett, Washington. That was interesting. Can you ask what happened to Stream Raiders? Yeah, I stopped streaming so actively, and then I took a break, and then I just never went back to it because I just found that I was spending a lot more time kind of going over helpful tips and things that people were wanting to ask at the time when I was streaming longer. So then I just kind of put it down, and then I never picked it back up. Honestly, it was just like oh yeah, whoops, forgot about it. Really, nothing more than that. There we go. Let's do something like that. Okay. So you can see I have the hair and I have the base head kind of put into a little bit of a place. I'm actually going to kick this all the way down. So we'll focus on her head kind of afterwards. We'll hide that. Let's get rid of this one. Delete. There we go. Yeah, not much of a grinding type of player. Yeah. Hello, hello. No, I get that. It also got very repetitive. So I was kind of just like... It was kind of meh. Okay. Let's start making some... Okay. I definitely want to make her hands like a claw of sorts. I think I want to have like a nice relaxed hand, and one of them is the blade. And I think it'd be really cool to make this one the blade. So I'm actually going to go ahead and split hidden. And let's actually make this one like the blade or something like that. I think that'd be really cool. Okay, let's actually split mast. My undiagnosed OCD made me level up each character type evenly in Stream Raiders. Yeah. And that's okay. It was tenacious even for me. Yeah, it really just made you kind of like somewhere word I'm looking for. Like really just go for it. Okay. I really want to do this right. Let's back that up for a second. Okay. Send this home because I want to be able to make the blade evenly. Let's mirror weld that. What's really cool is that it doesn't need any real rhyme or reason for this blade, so we can go ahead and widen this. Kind of get that a point almost. Something like that. Let's Z remesh this. You like the pixel characters? Nice. Yeah, it's just something that like I just ended up kind of falling out of. When I was streaming every day for like almost 6 hours straight every day, it was a lot of fun and I really enjoyed it. But yeah, it just kind of died for me. So that's all. Might pick it up one day if I stream a little bit more often. I think that's what it is for me. It's like just the ability to stream more often. Now that I'm working more. So do I have any big news yet? No, no big news yet. Still waiting to officially hear back. But I was saying earlier that it looks like they're looking for a high-end sculptor at their home office. But everything seemed to go well as far as like the interview and stuff like that. It's just now, like they said, they were gonna get back to me. So, see what happens. It's one of those things I'm just not gonna hold my breath on, but we'll see. Fingers are crossed. Undiagnosed? Right? Yeah. Okay. On the blade I'm currently referencing, he does have like it is like a two-parter. Kind of also comes down like this a little bit. Oh yeah, they have no reason to rush. Exactly. There's no reason to rush, A, and then B, you know, it's one of those things that if it does work out, then it's definitely going to require some commitment on their part. Which they seemed pretty fine with, but it seems like they're going to have to like, they'll have to be willing to work with me on that if they're interested. So we'll see. But I will, if I hear anything, you guys will be the first to know. I'm really excited about it. But oh man, I appreciate that, Matt. Thanks, dude. It's that waiting, you know. Okay. I think this is a pretty good blade. Pretty happy with it so far. I'm gonna use some H polish. I'm gonna turn backface mask on. I kind of touched on this on the Pixelogic stream, but if you guys really want to use the H polish, but you don't want to ruin a lot of what's going on some of your beveling, turn that backface on, and then really kick that depth up to like 0. And then that will help allow you to kind of sculpt in some really nice details. And it will respect the majority of your edges, which will give you a nice clean look. Like that. Oh, yep. Hey, Sparks. For some reason, that didn't work. I don't know why. Here, Sparks. Here's my link to my stuff. Okay. Nice. I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, we're going to try something. I've done this before, but for some reason it doesn't always work. Posable symmetry is kind of a bit of a pain in the butt sometimes. So when you get the shape that you like, you typically just move it over without really changing anything on one of the axes. Posable symmetry will stay intact, and that will allow you to pose your model and then have some sort of symmetry control. But it is very, very, very finicky. So we're going to try that right now. So what you do is you turn off your symmetry, you send that home. And then you just move it into place. Say like right about here. Let's say that looks pretty decent for what we're going for, at least for right now. Be a decent placeholder. And then if we come back to transform, turn on symmetry, and use posable symmetry, it should find the majority of it. And then we can come back in and continue working. Yes. Although it does say it's about, says it's about 90%. So you can delete that and try again. 96%. So I can get you most of the way there if you need to kind of like touch up some stuff. I really wish it's a feature they would fix a little bit more. Hey, what's up, the Painted Dragon? Good day. Hello. Anticipation. Yeah, I get it. Exactly. Ooh, haircut. Yep. Mofafa, how you doing, buddy? Okay. Kind of not sure if I even want to really. Yeah, that can look pretty hot. Been a while, man. Yeah, it has been. How are you doing? How's life treating you? Yeah, usually I've been really busy lately, so it's been hard to stream. Nice. Okay. Let's go back to skin shade. Let's start actually like fixing some of this anatomy here. This anatomy's not 100% perfect yet. So we'll drop the resolution and start tweaking some of this. Make Twitch yell at me, apparently. been pretty good. I am beefing up my human anatomy using Proco. Dude, awesome. So I haven't achieved anything, but achieved a lot, if that makes sense. No, that makes perfect sense, man. That makes perfect sense. A lot of times, especially with learning anatomy, you'll feel like you're taking a couple steps back. So, no, that makes perfect sense. That's why, like, I'll have, like, an écrochet or something right beside me. So that way, when I'm trying to do certain things, like, I know the scapula is right here. So I'll have something like this, and I know this scapula actually gets pushed back because her arm's going back, so the scapula itself is going to be pushed. So having an écrochet, even when you understand anatomy really well, is just super helpful to have it, because then you could just glance over and always have that reference. But yeah, you learn a lot, and then you feel like you just kind of lost stuff. So keep pushing, man. That sounds great, dude. Okay, let's actually lower intensity. Oop. Which you'll really notice it in your next sculpt. That's where you're going to notice all your improvements. I'm actually going to use the standard brush. Fairly tubular muscle right here. Just kind of round that shoulder a bit. Now what's cool is, like, Carnage is shredded. So we can make her pretty shredded, but soft. So we'll put in some key elements. How far have you said have you gotten with your anatomy lessons? I know, right? Yeah, we're testing the waters. They're red, so hopefully that will not affect so much. Although I will say this: if I ever do get a ban, I'm just gonna move over to YouTube, and then that's just where I'll be. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just gonna be there. Carnage humps. Yeah, your name isn't Vertex, exactly, yeah. Went from gesture drawing to joints, spine, pelvis, now on the torso, and the combo of all three. Could stream on Discord too. I could, yeah. I mean, now that Discord is a little bit more private, or public, I mean. Oh, since you guys are here, like, well, since most of you are here, especially you, the Painted Dragon, let me save this real quick. So let me kind of explain what I was playing with yesterday. Oh, dude, thank you so much for the raid. Thank you. Welcome in. Whoop, whoop. Shout out. How are you doing? Make sure I spell that right. How's it going, man? I'm working on my own version of Lady Carnage. How are you doing? How was your stream? What were you working on? Whoop. It could be the red version. It could be She-Hulk. the color could go either way, right? But yeah, how's it going? Hell girl. Could be, yeah. Ooh, you know what? Actually, if I had to recreate an album cover in 3D, Lords of Acid, Voodoo. Oh, that album cover is fucking sick. That would be the one. Okay. So let me show you what I was of course, dude. Thanks for the raid, man. I really appreciate it. I was gonna show you what I was playing with, show everybody I was playing with on the new on like how I am starting to pose in Zbrush, because I feel like it's a little bit, I feel like posing is always going to be something that you can adapt and you can learn and try new techniques. So for me, I actually quickly thought of some stuff. Yeah, it went really well. I'm a new streamer, and I have been working on a pirate character that I designed, and I'm at the 3D modeling stage now. Love the shape of the body you got going there. Thank you so much. Thank you for the follow too, man. Kamara! So check this out, guys. So this is kind of what I've been playing with. So in ZBrush, if you go to Tool, you're granted a Ryan Kingsley skeleton. You can double tap, and here's your skeleton. Now, the cool thing is, so I'm actually just going to go ahead and copy this, and I'll paste it into here. And let's just blow this up for a second. And then I'll come here and delete all, so that it gets rid of that, so we don't have all that stuff. So this is kind of a new technique I've been playing with a little bit when it comes to posing. So your body moves, muscles, joints, all that stuff, right? But your joints, while there is flex in some parts of your body, for the most part, your joints are pretty linear. So I was actually taking this guy, and if you hit auto groups, and then if you want to mirror and weld, you can, but you can auto group it because it's not welded together. And then some of the stuff that I was doing yesterday was I was actually taking like all of this, for example. And then I was actually from here starting to move the body. And what's really, really cool is, like, let's say we want to pop the hip out a little bit, right? So we'll just pop the hip out. Really get that extreme. We'll isolate this one. Kind of rotate this around because the spine would be curved a little bit. But then here, all right, so here's the cool part, right? So then take the lasso. I'm going to select this right here. If you select partial of something, Control-Shift-A will bring that part back. And then you can mask. And then you could just take your gizmo and put that right on that ball joint. And then you move that ball joint, just like it would in reality. Maybe move it forward a little bit. Put her heel on the ground. Right? Grab this. Isolate that. Control-Shift-A. Mask that part. Bring this down somewhere like right around there. Hover that. Now, of course, you do have to be careful that you don't break anatomy, but, you know. It's kind of something like this. Control-Shift-A. So you're actually able to really just play with some poses. So I was playing with that, and it seemed to work really well. And you can tell if you're off, because if you move too far, you're gonna pop it out of her socket or his socket. So it's definitely like it helped me kind of get a more relaxed and controlled pose. And then even still here, you can kind of grab this here, take the foot, bring this down. Right, now we can pivot the foot, go to these bones here, grab this here, grab that, move this forward. Right, kind of use that bottom side, line that up, get those toes there. So that's what I was doing. Yeah. Very busy, Glim. It's going to work time. Man, there's so much it needs to learn Zbrush in terms of functions and features. That's smart. Thanks, man. Yeah, I just kind of like in the shower was thinking about it. I think I for sure have seen another artist do it. Won't ever claim it to be my own original idea in any way, shape, or form, because I don't think it is. But I was like thinking about anatomy the other day, and I was like, what if I test pose the skeleton, and then then from there you get your, like, let's say you have your mesh, then you just match your mesh to that skeleton, size it, and then you just start manipulating your mesh to fit, because you're now confined to the skeleton itself, you know. And I think it's a very easy way to just quickly quickly kind of adapt to where and how the body moves. So you can swing that arm back. Grab this guy here. Control-Shift-A, bring that back, mask it. Maybe swing that arm forward. Boom. Walking pose. Complex poses would be weird, though. Well, kind of. So, like, I guess it would depend on the pose. So, like, here, for example, like, let's take this section here, right? So, when you rotate your arm up this way, right? So, let's take this guy. When you rotate your arm up, a lot of times, at least I've found that, like, when you bring this up, you know, you can kind of see what would happen. So if I were to lift my arm up, then this part actually would pivot as well. And it would pivot from here. So this would actually start coming up here, like such. So then you can bring this and you could put it back. And now that arm is actually going up because that scapula and that sternum all moves along with. So I feel like it's definitely, I definitely think it's something to at least get a base idea. But yeah, because I find these poses, I find getting arms up here to be, oh my gosh, I find these to be the worst types of posing. You know what I mean? So then, it's out of its socket, so let's put it back. So then you could tell when you've pushed it too far, you know. But if, like, let's say, like, it's up and back. So let's grab this guy real quick. Let's grab this. So not only is their arm up, but also it would be rotating backwards. So you'd want to be able to actually pivot that part back and maybe pivot it from the actual pivot point here. Give that rotation. So yeah, just something I've been playing with. Yeah. I wonder if he thinks me in the shower. Yeah. I wonder if I can use skeleton mesh and Zbrush to help pose my characters. Exactly. So, heyo. Yeah. So I did a little bit of a test pose yesterday, and that actually helped me lock in this pose fairly well. So I was pretty happy with it. Imagine switching from studying medicine to modeling just because you know a shit ton of anatomy. Absolutely. Cool. Could make an IMM brush with various poses saved. You really could, absolutely. Oh man, I didn't even think of that. Panda Dragon, look at that, you're on it. We're all thinking here. That'd be awesome. So yeah. So that maybe that's what I'll spend like a few days doing, is making some really fun poses that I would love to sculpt. And then we'll make an IMM brush out of it. That's a great idea. I love where your head's at. Yeah, I definitely need to look at that. Thanks for introducing. Absolutely. Have you ever sculpted before? Nope. But do you know everything about anatomy? Yes. You're hired. Good job. That's fantastic. Yeah, especially too, like, you know, making sure how the arms roll back, and yeah, it's kind of fun. Anyway, so that's so Ryan, that's what when you asked this morning about skeletons in the Discord, that's what was happening. Now I get to type in fitness female models so I can look at some muscle structure. What up? Hello, Turbo. Okay. Okay, looking at the lat and abdomen area. Perfect. And the really cool part too is that if you do have the skeleton in place, like here's a rough breakdown of the skeleton I posed. The real cool thing is where your oh my gosh. Yeah. So your rib muscles, I'm drawing a blank because I'm an idiot. Those right there, how they are attached to your rib, you can get a rough idea of where those muscles would actually be. So then you can actually sit there and properly put the muscle in the right place if you have the rib cage kind of there. I can't think today. How did you pose Skelly? There is no Dana. Oh, great looking model. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Oddly enough, I am doing. You're getting Sigourney Weaver and Ghostbusters vibes in this post. Nice. I'll take it. Yeah. You can really see that Ian is in the business for a while now. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. So Inspire. Whoop. Here's my giant Skelly. So this is just the Ryan Kingsley model that's inside of Zbrush. And all I've been doing is actually playing around with the idea of like selecting like this arm, Control-Shift-A to bring back what you don't want to select, mask it, and then from here, just putting the gizmo on the joint. And then understanding how joints work. So radial, you can pretty much, you know, you can fucking swing your arm however you want. Hey, thank you so much for the follow. So then from there, yeah, it's just about like rotating that and seeing how it goes against the other bones. Then selecting this and realizing that this will start getting pushed back, and the movement's going to be coming from the clavicle because you can see the scapula is floating. So this whole motion would actually start pivoting backwards. And then I just reselect that, and then I just put that back in its place. And again, select what I want to select, Control-Shift-A, mask that part out. So it's just something I've been playing with for a little bit, and just understanding how the body actually moves. Just kind of like that. Now we're in the mambo. Doot, 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 doot. So yeah, that's kind of how I was doing it, Inspire. And that granted me this pose here, which is what we're playing with right now. Yeah, give it a shot. I'm curious. And then the painted dragon just came up with one of the coolest ideas, which is posing a bunch of skellies and then making it an IMM brush so that you have quick reference to your for poses. So now I'm like thinking, oh, cool, I could do X, Y, and Z. If I spend like a few days just kind of creating random poses, something to play with. Yeah. Definitely already thinking of a lot of ideas. Now my brain is thinking about sculpting fantasy creature skeletons because we need to pose aurochs and elves, right? Right? Absolutely. Yep. Okay, let's go ahead and get a little bit higher resolution, say 500. Actually, this is where sculpture should really come into play. Keep an eye on your balance, though. Well, yeah. Well, yeah, you're going to have to make sure that, you know, it's balanced well. But again, yeah, if you just kind of look on how the skeletal structure moves, it'll give you a pretty good idea. Okay. Okay. All right, here we go. Here's the fun part now. Fun part now is thinking, I want to get a sphere in here. Okay, stop yelling at me. I forget that I have subdivisions. All right, great, wonderful. Let's go ahead and insert a sphere. Then, because what I'm thinking, bloop. Let's actually go here. Let's do this. Carnage is cool because usually he or she will have some random stuff just coming out. So let's actually put... Nope, won't want to do that. Fine. Let's dynamesh it. Let's actually bury this in her like that. Let's actually go a little higher, the resolution. Oh, I have back face mask on. That's what's tripping me up. I forgot I had that on. I was like, why is it giving me problems? I'm just gonna use snake hook and dynamesh. get some of these in here. Is she supposed to be walking or standing? She'll be standing. And I'll work out the finesse once I got most of it done. Okay, let's go ahead and rope that around. What if what if you rig Skelly? Ooh, what if you rig the skeleton? That'd be really awesome. I wish the brushes had a timer for things like BFM. So if unused, they default the they default the brush. Interesting. Blizzard orcs are Warhammer Marines without the armor, at least in the movie. Oh, cool. That's something I'm not too familiar with in that universe, so don't mind me. Okay, let's go ahead and auto group it real quick again, and then we'll make sure we keep groups on just in case life happens. Again, we still need to move her head. Her head's a little funky right now. So we'll get that going soon. Now I'm going to turn back face mask on and pull that out a little bit. Anytime you get a little bit of thickness issue with the move brush, just turn back face mask on. That usually helps. See if that'll end up working. I was introduced to Warhammer by the Russian Badger. Maybe the best way to get into it. Nice. Is it like a YouTube channel? Like, I know enough about Warhammer to be dangerous. Like, I've actually sculpted something for someone who was a big Warhammer fan. They gave me a concept to follow, which was pretty cool, but I didn't really know what I was looking at half the time. But such is life as a sculptor sometimes. Oh, I hate the Z-Sphere rig. Yeah. You said that earlier. Hold on. I might have missed it. Oh yeah, I did miss it for sure. Yeah, sorry. Every time I use a Z-Sphere rig, it breaks. Every time. Like, really nasty. I need to, like, kind of restudy how to do it properly. But, yeah, I haven't really done anything with her feet yet. Like, this foot actually needs to be pivoted out a little bit more. Yeah, she's kind of, like, standing on her heel right now. Dude, what's up? Who's in the Carnage suit? We'll get to that. We'll be doing we'll be making an MJ head and then we'll be playing around with a different head option, which will be awesome. Okay. In fact, now that we are talking about it all, let me take a look at something. No. So I have my anatomy here. Let's see. All the women that Peter passed. Exactly. Carnage face unfolds, and it's Ian's face. It's because I'm so beautiful. Come on, you know it, guys. Let me pull up my reference. Do 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 do. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Okay. Let's actually go ahead and take this. Soften this up a little bit. I'm actually going to drop the subdivision. We'll twist it in a little bit. Just like such. Man, it is annoying that I haven't caught your streams and killing up on the airbrush. Nice, dude. No, don't even worry about it, man. My streams have been literally almost non-existent. Maybe like usually Wednesdays in the morning I jump on, and then Pixelogic. My streams have been kind of unfortunately on hold just due to work, but today I thought everything with the project I was currently working on was done, so I packaged it all up, and now they're saying they might want to do something with poses. But what's interesting is, like, at this point, unless they want like a statue of sorts, I could pose it for them, but I'm not rigging their character. I actually know nothing about rigging, so not 100% certain on what they're actually gonna ask me to do. But they knew I wasn't gonna be rigging it, so you know. So I gotta see. But that meeting's not until much, much later. So we'll see. How is your painting going? Rigging you. Yeah, ship it, exactly. That is whole level skill set. Yeah, it really is. Well, they had asked me that too in the beginning when they hired me. And I was like, no, I don't rig. I can get you all the way set up, but that's going to be it. You're also not that deep in the Warhammer lore, since it's basically a bottomless amount of information. Watched a few videos. Now I know at least what Space Marines and Dreadnoughts are. Nice. Did I screw that up? Yeah, went alright. Was prototyping for a client. Nice, man. I feel like this head is just too big. Now I'm staring at it long enough. I think it might be time to just move it. I like to move it, move it. I think at this point, yeah. Let's see. Let's verify if this is too big or not. What I'm gonna do is actually take this head. I'm gonna duplicate it. I'm gonna bring this over here. And so female characters, especially in the comic world, they generally are between 6.5 and 7, or at least one head shorter than a male character. So what we'll do is we'll actually lower resolution. Okay. That's too big. So auto groups. Let's do that. Delete, hit it. That was a long weekend, a weekend long learning process. Dude. She does have her mouth open, yeah. See if that feels right. So the original head size I came up with. Which would put me not too far off. Because the mouth is open, you're right. I have like so many things happening on my phone right now. So that's not too far off. Let's leave that there. Let's turn that off. Because we'll be doing her head shortly after. Hello, it's been a long time since I saw you online. It will be for the time zone. How are you? I'm doing good, man. Doing really, really good. How are you doing, her? Yeah, it's definitely been a while. I'm doing well. Just been busy. Lots of work. But yeah, been good, man. How are you? Okay. That's pretty close. Let's go ahead and delete this one right there. This piece is gonna take a while. Like, I have a feeling I'm gonna be working on this piece for easily a few weeks. Okay, I haven't tried this. Oh. Are you serious? Oh, those are eyes. Let's see, opposable symmetry for here. Ho 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 ho! Actually, super surprised it's gonna let me do that. How long did Gwenim take? Great question. I think Gwenim took like 4 or 5 weeks. How are you doing? I had stopped. Hold on. I had stopped that you had finished the fan art of Sub-Zero. Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah. No, I'm doing really well. Doing really well. So just busy. Just really busy. But seemed like I had some time to stream today, so decided to plop on. Surprised posable symmetry worked with this model. It doesn't seem to be messing it up, so go with it. Just give her some muscles. Yeah, he means sub 32 Fahrenheit. Yeah. I want to make sure that the deltoid looks like it's going over the bicep, because that's what it does. Zbrush Core Mini announcement? Yeah, there is a Core Mini announcement today. Looks like they're giving it more features. And it looks like they are definitely expanding upon that free version. So, yeah, if anybody here is interested in trying to get started with Zbrush and has $0, but really wants to try Zbrush, Zbrush Core Mini is going to get leveled up. Which I'm really, really, really excited about. Is that happening right now? That is happening right now. Nice. Oh yeah, and we're going to be doing a Venomized Kirby soon too. Well, yeah, pop over and see what's going on. Curious, actually. Hey, what's going on? Oh yeah, that will be awesome. Oh yeah. How's everybody doing? Boop boop doop doop. I think I want to continue the block out. I'm also trying to think of where I want to place her. I was actually referencing a lot of vampire stances and stuff too when I came up with this pose. I definitely think we need to get more like the symbiote kind of spreading around her a little bit more. Sorry, you guys are catching me in a brain fart. I feel like Carnage is one of those characters that's like really easy to draw over sculpting. Not that it's easy to draw, you know what I mean? But like, just like, oh, I can go nuts on some things. It's kind of like her wrist, right? Hey, Ninar! Oh, don't worry. Yeah, this is a surprise stream. I'm gonna try something real quick. Some more like, am I officially happy with this pose, or do I want to do something like... Do I want to do something like this? I may want to do something like this. Let me see. Give her like the claws. The thought about setting up a reference photo shoot with those photography skills. Yes, actually, sometimes I do that. Sometimes I'll like sit there and just photograph myself standing in a certain way if I can't find what I'm looking for. But I do find myself struggling with like how to stand sexy like this. Do you know what I mean? Like, how do I stand the way she would stand? You know? Okay, I'll let you guys vote. This one, or with her hand on her hip? It's all in the hips, dude. Yeah. I may not have the right hips. Now imagine that this will be a claw too. Like this will be, um, that Carnage claw. You like this too? Okay. Hey, I'm kind of thinking. I'm thinking this could work. Because if these are claws, like, let me see something. Let's come here. Let's take that snake hook. No, let's not take the snake hook. Let's just do this. Sometimes I just gotta see it. To really move that hand out the way. Are you going to flow her hair out the back of the head? I am thinking about having two heads. One will have hair, one will just be the Carnage head. There's definitely a lot of conceptualizing on the fly. It's like the idea isn't fully flushed out yet. So Carnage, it sounds like a rough name. Really does, doesn't it? Yeah. Go. These will be spikes. You know, sexy but terrifying. There we go. Coffee time, nice. Could get a snapshot in of Gwynam so you can see them paired up. Yeah, I'm thinking about just having them kind of next to each other. Yeah. I want to try to get her locked in first before I pair her. Because I love that idea, but then I started overthinking it. What? Not me. Yeah. So these will be turning into spikes. And we need to rotate this thumb. Need to pull this back. Hey, what's up, dude? Bat Slayer, how you doing? Need to kind of rotate this and pivot this up. Like such. It's a joint right there. We'll end up fixing this in a minute. Kind of rebuild just a little bit. There we go. Now we'll pull this back down. And I push that in like such. Really just broke her hand a lot, but that's okay. Come in here and actually start fixing some of that, but just to get the idea across, and then have these spike up. I work with something like that. Turn those tips into claws. Hey, what is going on? FYI, Core Mini streams on? Yeah, go check it out, guys. Go check it out. I'm probably gonna pop in there in a minute because I gotta check in soon anyway. There we go. This will be a huge work in progress. I like it. I like where it's going. I think it's going pretty well. I think what I need to do, though... Okay. Let me see something. I think what I need to do... There's a part that is bothering me on the side stand. So right here at her hip, I'm gonna grab everything. Yeah, I think that small little adjustment actually just did a world of good. That thumb's a bit broken though. You kind of make that flat, like out this way. And we need to grab this guy right here. That like that. Ooh, yeah, it's going great. Who is Venomized? This will be MJ in a Carnage suit. Right now we kind of got the Carnage head blocked in. I have a base for her head at the moment, which will be that kind of tone right there. It's going to fill that object. Let's get that color in there. Fill object. So we have a good ways to go at the moment, but I'm liking where this is going. Yeah, I think ultimately this will be great. Okay, but I definitely have a meeting coming up, so I'm going to be taking off here in a minute. But thank you guys for stopping by. I know this was we got a lot to do. I think I'm going to be working on this project for a little bit of time, and I'm really excited about that since work is taking up a good chunk of my time. I'll be able to really focus a lot of attention on getting a nice clean sculpt. We'll push this to be a portfolio piece, so it'll take a while. Oh yeah, guys. All right. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. You all take care, and I'll chat at you guys later. Again, don't forget, catch me on Pixo Sundays, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, or Pacific Daylight Time now. You're digging the pose? Yay! Awesome. All right, guys. I'll catch you all later.